is a non-governmental organization that defends the rights of women. We provide free legal aid to women and all less privileged people. We started this organization precisely about 12 years ago, and it's been different activities since then, and it's been a very successful story. We thank God, we give God the glory.
Thank Wela for this opportunity, for helping my old woman here.
I thank Wela for making me be my own boss.
I'm happy for today, for the treatment. I'm so happy.
Thank you, Mom. I love
you.
I thank Mommy for this wonderful opportunity you give to us.
We appreciate Reverend Mrs. Fome Falano for giving the opportunity.
These calls come any time of the day. It could be 12. There are occasions that we get calls 12 a.m. So when we get that call, if it is in the middle of the night, we could not go out. We just say, find somewhere to hide. We will be with you in the morning. But if it is during the day, we pick our car and a police officer and get my lawyers to visit the place. Usually, we vacate the victim and bring the victim to our office to speak to them. It could also be the violator of the rights that we vacate sometimes, depending on who is violent.
These two kids you see here are my daughters, and they were abused by their father. The day I ran the test too, I was like going to faint when actually the news was broken to me that my daughter's hymens were broken by their father. And it was at that point they asked them some questions and they started telling some other things they never told me before. I guess they used to threaten them, or they were scared to open up to me before that time.
My dad touched my private parts.
How did he do it?
He used his hand.
He used his hand?
Yes.
To do what?
To touch my private parts.
I've been passing some challenges in my home, violent behavior from my husband. He beat me actually when I was pregnant. I was pregnant with this, my little baby that I'm carrying. I think it's 6 months now, but then it was 4 months when he beat me up. It was 4 months. That period, I went to my mommy's place. He packed out to where we were staying before. So he never wanted to tell me where he's staying.
It happens that I got married to a man called Onyebuchi in the year 2014. So in the year 2017, he invited the elder sister. He came and lived with us. After 1 month, the elder sister with the younger sister, they came and beat me. After the beating, the man came back and also beat me, threw away my things, tear the traditional marriage pictures, asked me to leave his house.
My elder sister pushed me into the marriage to marry one of her man's friends. So I was with him for 12 years, beating, without doing nothing, just giving birth. So as if I'm in bondage.
The year 1987, I gave birth to a baby boy. I had a normal delivery. There was no problem. But on the 8th day of the delivery, of the naming day, we had naming ceremony, normal. The younger brother of my husband came. He said he traveled, he was not around. He came later. He asked me, what are the names of the baby? I gave him the names of the baby. He put on his pockets, brought out money. He said this is the money he used for the naming. I was not dancing. He put the money on my head. After that moment, I was not myself. By the next day when I woke up, I was not myself. My mother now raised the alarm that she doesn't know what is happening to her daughter. So they rushed me to the hospital. I did not know what was happening. I passed out. So after a very long time, I saw myself in a healing home where they were trying to take care of me.
So far, we've been squatting in the church. We don't have a place of our own. My landlady threw me out 3 months ago. I don't know. My kids have been out of school for 2 terms now because I can't afford to pay their school fees.
How come you realize? I want
Wela to help my daughter to give her scholarship so that she can continue with the school. It's not easy for me. It's not easy for me. She called me for school fees yesterday night. After school fees, accommodation, handout, everything.
Business for you to share. I'm asking her what type of business can she do? Women empowerment and legal aid have as our focus victims of domestic violence, rehabilitation of them. So we don't just give them free medical services, but we also look at how we can empower them. And that is why we try to give them skill acquisition. And to this end, we started a school, an institution of skill acquisition, where they are trained on various skills: fashion designing, hairdressing, cosmetics and guillotine, shoemaking, soap making, and very many other, computer catering. And very many of them have graduated, and we are graduating some of them. About 25 fashion designers will graduate altogether, and we also have about 10 graduates from the hairdressing. Altogether, we have over 70 students that will be graduating.
My name is Ichi Ogechi. I'm a makeup artist, and I work here.
I'm Kelly Wisdom, and I'm a software developer. I'm the computer instructor in Women Empowerment and Legal Aid. So I've been training them for some years now, and it's been really interesting. I've graduated over 50 students.
My name is Patricia Benson. I work with Wela as a hairdressing instructor, and I've been working for more than 1 year. The students, they have been a good student to me, and they are learning fast. Number of people I have trained so far, they are more than 20. And some are using it for business now. Like something he's doing now. We've not really done wig, this wave-on wig in his present. But immediately I show him, he just pick and start doing it.
This is STPP. These are the materials which is used in making the dish soap. And here we are working on that with 30 liters of soap. These are the materials we are going to use to make 30 liters of soap.
Women Empowerment and Legal Aid, that's Wela. The future plan, one, the first of that now, the one that is most paramount in our heart, is to have a home. We're looking at having a home, a hostel of our own, a hostel that belongs to Wela, where victims of domestic violence will reside, where we will put victims of domestic violence after bringing them out of the out of violence, or bringing them out of prison or wherever, where we put them, where we will need to keep them for some time for the process of rehabilitation. Exactly the type of hostel the Lagos State government has.
I started life as a banker, and because of the fact that I was in a violent situation myself, I had a dose of my own experience with domestic violence. I got over it, and I decided that forthwith I will have to help other women speak. So I had to go and read law. And after reading law, I had to identify an NGO that has the same mindset as I want to exhibit. And Wela was one of those organizations that had exactly the kind of thing I want to do. I joined Wela.
My name is Fumi Falana. I'm a legal practitioner, precisely women's rights activist, and I have been a legal practitioner and an activist for very many years in Nigeria. And my dream for our Nigeria, for women in this country, I want a society that will have equality between a man and a woman. In other words, a man and a woman should be treated equally. A woman and a woman should be equally represented in decision makings, policy makings, and generally in politics in this country. In every facet of life, I am looking at a situation where a thing like rape or domestic violence will be wiped out of the society completely. That is our dream, and I know we will get there by God's grace.